That is Maryland Governor Wes Moore. We have fantastic news, everyone. The Majestic Key Bridge is still a crumbled heap of memories, not a single beam rebuilt because, who needs infrastructure when you've got priorities? And let's not forget the Potomac River now enjoying a luxurious spa treatment of over 243 million gallons of raw sewage, literally the worst historic toxic sewage spill in the history of the U.S. It's truly the epitome of environmental stewardship, is it not? Meanwhile, the ever-brilliant Democrat Wes Moore swoops in with emergency legislation to heroically forbid local authorities from lifting a finger to help ICE deport those undocumented folks from Maryland. Because nothing says, quote, law and order, end quote, like tying everyone's hands. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is about, it's just become abundantly clear. The Democrats are just out here for one thing and one thing only: dismantling America, one progressive policy at a time. I've talked about this many times on this channel as somebody who has seen this in the university system, as somebody who literally got an email, a notice, a meeting, a retreat, all about DEI, DEI, DEI for decades, it seems, every single day while on the job, which had absolutely nothing to do with my vocation, with the craftsmanship of my teaching and how to better suit and serve my students or anything like that. I've said it a million times. This is the worst contagion to ever afflict modern society. It's invisible. It's impalpable. You can't see it. You can't touch it. It's an ideology. It's the most perfumous poison, toxic, chemical. Perfumous is a word. I just invented that. It bleeds into every artery of life, and there's nothing good about it. I'm going to share with you some stark, alarming news coming out of DC that just illuminates so much. This is kind of like a sort of DEI expose, if you will. It needs to be shared, so tap that thumbs up. I also have probably one of the most, chilling videos I've ever seen of an avalanche that just happened. No, not the one that happened in Lake Tahoe that has tragically taken the lives of those skiers. But something that I think may give us a little bit of context of what those people might have felt. This footage came right out of Italy just recently. You don't want to miss it. But first, check this out. So like I said, it's only the worst toxic raw sewage spill in American history. But hey, at least DC Water Company is completely diverse. There you go right there. That's the DC board. I want to show you right now. These are the people that are responsible for the worst toxic sewage spill in the history of our country. Here you're going to see, I'm going to talk more about Dr. Unique Morris, who is the board chair. But here's some other photos. I know what you're thinking right now, the dude in the middle. Christopher, if you're watching, come on, dude, man. Give me a break, brother. I have to comment on this. It looks like you were walking by an office building and a broom from 100 years ago fell on your head and you looked in the mirror and you're just like, well, whatever. Come on, man. Give me a break. But you're going to see more and more. Here is the DC Water Board. Yikes. Oh, it just doesn't get much better, does it? I want to show you this quick clip of DC's water manager, David Gaddis, in this clip. I don't know if it was for a news clip or some kind of a corporate video. I don't know. But he says, quote, "We had too many white men in charge," end quote. Watch.
When I arrived at DC Water, this was an organization that looked very similar to our industry. It was predominantly, white male at the top, but this is a utility that's, more than 70% people of color work at this utility. And I really believe, and I still believe, and it has been fantastic. The outcomes have been fantastic, but the people at the top, the executives, the chiefs in that C-suite, they should look like the employees that they serve and that they work with. And the same thing with the community. And so my executive team, looks exactly like the community. It looks like the employees, the staff, be it people of color, women, men, And it's just a fantastic team that has come together to do a lot of great things here at DC Water and in the community for the customer.
That gentleman there, Mr. Gaddis, who is the water manager of DC, also oversaw the cover-up in Flint, Michigan, their water crisis. You could see this article. DC Water CEO oversaw $520 million in DEI contracts and the biggest sewage spill in history. So you can see that in this article right here, DC Water CEO David L. Gladys has championed equity and diversity throughout his tenure. He's also named in a lawsuit against his former employer for allegedly withholding information about water contamination in Flint, Michigan. Aha! Before joining DC Water, Gladys served as an executive vice president of Veolia North America and CEO of Veolia Water Indianapolis, the utility's first Black CEO and the first Black executive to lead a major Indianapolis utility, according to his bio. It touts his partnership with municipal leaders and his leadership on diversity initiatives. That reputation faced scrutiny in 2018 in a class action lawsuit in which Gladys promised the company would deploy its technical expertise to ensure water quality of the people of Flint, touting experience. But the claims had every reason to rely on subsequent assurances of safety. But you can see he told the public that Flint's discolored drinking water resulted from an old unlined cast iron pan when actually it contained dangerous levels of lead. So apparently, according to Mr. Gaddis, it's more important that you have people that look like you than it is to actually have clean water and safe water to drink and use in your city and community, which I don't understand. Doesn't make an ounce of sense to me. Does it make sense to you? Let me know. Here's a free poll. Would you care if the people that worked at your water company in your local city, municipality, community, what have you, would you care if they looked like you, or would you actually care that they were competent and adept at their job? Let me know in the comments down below. But wait, there's more. Here's Unique Morris, I guess is her name. And she is the director in charge at DC Water. And I looked at her LinkedIn profile to see what kind of experience does Unique Morris, who's a PhD, which, I'm a professor, I can say this, are completely worthless pieces of paper at this point. This is her background. So National Forum of Black Public Administrations, Women in Government Relations, American Education Research Association, International Leadership Association. I don't see any experience in water treatment, and water responsibilities. And by the way, again, this is her right here. She is the board chair, Dr. Unique N. Morris. And wait till you get a load of this clip, which kind of sounds a lot similar to Mr. Gaddis's incentives and motives behind his job position. Watch.
Now, and this is the chain breaking, institutional barrier disruption work that I'm doing. Now I'm on a mission to make sure Black and brown kids have experience in the workplace. So then when they're competing in the market,
that's one less check.
That's one less check. And the playing field is leveled because now they got the internship, the same one for the parent who knew the president of the corporation. Now the playing field is level, but
I'm on a mission to find brown and Black people careers. You guys, these people have authority over the water you use in your home, the water that you drink, the water that you give to your kids. And her main priority is to get brown and Black people careers, not hire the best person for the job, the most qualified person for the job, the person who can do the best, which is literally in the American Constitution, in our United States Constitution. That is the American way. There's nothing more American than that. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what you do in your private time. This is a free country. Do whatever you want. You want to identify as a transgender, pink elephant? Go right ahead. Just don't shove that down my throat when I'm trying to walk down the street with my kids. These are the people who are in control of that. This is exactly why I say DEI is the worst contagion. Not only is it the worst contagion that has ever afflicted modern society, but it is the most openly racist ideology. Could you imagine if a white, director of water or what have you, or executive from any company said, I'm making it my mission. I'm making it my mission to have white, a random arbitrary pigmentation that you have no control over, that does not denote any merit, any qualification, does not equate to competence in any way, shape, or form. This is the antithesis, the exact opposite of what America is all about. This is why I say I'm not a right-wing nut job. People think I'm a right-wing. Well, I'm definitely not left, but I'm not right either. I'm a constitutional centrist. I love America. I bleed red, white, and blue. This is just common sense. This is openly racist. DEI, diversity for diversity's sake, equal outcome, not equal opportunity. Hiring based on a trait, a characteristic that you, nor me, nor any human being walking the earth has any control over, is literally the definition of racism. Whatever happened to Dr. King? It's Black History Month. What happened to Dr. King's dream that I want my children to not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character? Well, the contents of the Potomac certainly have a lot of character, and it ain't sweet. And speaking of DEI, this kind of story just kind of snuck through with all the Nancy Guthrie stuff, but I have to talk about it. Oh, yes. Our local Los Angeles mayor, maybe the ultimate DEI hire next to Kamala Harris. Well, there's a lot of them. You put Crockett in there. I mean, there's just so many. Hakeem Jeffrey Epstein. Karen Bass lied about the Palisades fire. Gee, I'm sure that comes as a huge shock to all of us. So it turns out that Mayor Karen Bass is being accused of masterminding the city's media response after the catastrophic Palisades fire. This came in the Los Angeles Times after there was a revelation in the California Post. A damning after-action review was significantly modified from the draft of the final public report. What a big shock. Now, Bass has been accused of orchestrating how the Los Angeles Fire Department responded to public questions about the fire. That's a very ferocious but chilling and excellent photo right there of remember, this happened early January, over a year ago, and not one home has gotten a permit. Trump was right. I mean, he's been right about a lot. But this is what happened. In one instance, an LAFD aide advised the mayor's office that more interviews with the fire chief could, quote, invite a high volume of challenging questions and would be, quote, contingent on the mayor's direction. A Bass aide told the Times that Bass customarily has had a hand in every city department, from animal services to the zoo. The mayor's office is in contact with every city department on issues large and small. Imagine if she put this much effort into architecting her brand and her PR, if she put just an ounce of that effort into actually helping Californians, holy man, and Los Angelinos, I mean, the sky's the limit. What did not happen is the illogical and false assertion that the mayor sought to soften critiques in a report that she herself demanded and on issues of which she has been publicly critical for more than a year. So this is the draft, I guess, smoke and mirrors. That kudos to the California Post. But essentially what happened was the draft report for the Palisades action after action leads off with challenges, but the final report leads off with successes. Draft report repeatedly mentions wind as being a factor to the fire. In the final report, it removes wind in multiple instances. The second chapter of the draft report is titled Failures. This is changed to primary challenges in the final report. So she doctored these reports, make it sound like she wasn't at fault, and to basically avoid responsibility. At 92 pages, the original Palisades Fire Action Review was 22 pages longer than the final version released in January. Notably, the executive summary states the report was prepared at the behest of the mayor's office. One of the most damning edits involves language acknowledging insufficient resources to, quote, suppress a wind-driven vegetation fire, with the department attempting to be, quote, fiscally responsible by not fully augmenting and pre-deploying all available resources in preparation of a rare wind event. By contrast, the final report claims the LAFD, the Los Angeles Fire Department, had a balanced fiscal responsibility with proper preparation by following its pre-deployment matrix. She lied. She's a liar. She's unqualified. She's destroying LA, much like her partner in crime, Gavin Newsom. But there is maybe a little bit of silver lining because Spencer Pratt is running for mayor. And even if you don't live in California, let this video get some major reach because we want him to win. Check out this quick video clip that I think is just ferociously awesome. Watch.
This goes back to the homeless industrial complex. Why is Los Angeles, they'll tell you we've removed, Karen Bass will say, she's removed 1,500 people off the streets in the year, but then she doesn't tell you 12 to 1,300 of them are dead and they OD'd and they removed them into the morgue, into the dirt. So the homeless industrial complex, just how that fire aid scam worked, billions of dollars go because people, taxpayers, we want to solve homelessness. We want to solve the mental illness, the drug addict. Anyone with a heart does not want this on the street. You know who doesn't have a heart? Are the people scamming the billions of dollars that are making millions of dollars taking that money to increase homeless. So my big button issue is the first week as mayor, because I now have met in Washington and LA more than probably 7 times with the criminal investigation team at the IRS. I'm bringing the whole team in. Here are all the books of LA. Any document I can legally show as mayor to the IRS criminal investigation, show me all the fraud. Who is scamming our tax money to increase homelessness? And then I'm putting cases on all these millionaires.
Spencer's amazing. We, if it's not Spencer, it's got to be somebody like him. But the reason why I would vote for Spencer is twofold. Number one, he's not a politician, just like Trump is not a politician. He's doing this for the right reason. He was actually a victim of the Palisades fire. He actually cares. He's a native of California, Southern California. He loves the state. He wants to see the state prosper. And I believe he's got great character, integrity. He's honest, and he's just a good dude all around. So I vote for Spencer Pratt. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Okay, I have to share this because this video blows my mind. They might take this video down because this is just so amazing. I will say it's a little bit graphic, but not really. Nobody like gets hurt or anything. There's nothing gory. It's just harrowing. You're going to see skiers engulfed in snow clouds as a large avalanche descends toward them at Courmayeur ski resort in northwest Italy. There are reports that 2 skiers lost their lives on the Italian side of Mont Blanc due to an avalanche on Sunday. I just want to share this because this story in Lake Tahoe is huge, and God bless and keep them who tragically fell to that horrible avalanche. I think it's 8 of 9 skiers are now found unalived. I think this might give us a little picture, a 3D picture, maybe just a semblance or an iota of what that might have been like. Before I share it, though, I have to mention this, because there are a lot of things harrowing in life, like avalanches, and one of them is trying to figure out if you're on the right Medicare plan. This is confusing, it's perplexing, and that's why I've partnered with Chapter. These guys are amazing. They are smart, intelligent, they're not salesmen. Everything is free above the table. I don't have a lot of sponsors, so when I do, it's usually with companies that I know are great companies that have real value. Check out these testimonials from this amazing listener right here who says this was the most honest Medicare call I've ever made. Just good, honest information, great share. And then another viewer says, I just got off the phone with Chapter, was able to save over $1,000 a year by calling them. Thanks, Professor Nis. So there's no pressure. It's completely free. They might even tell you you're on the perfect plan. Call this number right now, 656-218-0931. Again, 656 218-0931, or you can go to askchapter.org/Nez. I'll leave the number and the link in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. Call them right now, and you won't believe what you're going to save. Okay, let's check out this avalanche video right now. Check this out.
Okay.
Oh my God, was that crazy or was that crazy? Obviously, my thoughts and prayers go out to anybody. What was really chilling about that is it didn't seem like anybody had any like kind of like survival instinct or I don't know, kind of primordial like, intuition to be like, maybe I should run. Because as soon as I see that, I'm not standing in line. I'm running. I don't know if I'm not here to judge, but I was shocked that people were standing around. But I can't wait to get your comments on this and everything else. Again, that tragedy in Lake Tahoe. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. Everybody leave a prayer because we have so many amazing viewers of faith watching here, our Nez Nation program, making common sense go viral. Leave a prayer in the comment. As a matter of fact, I think we all should, because it'd be kind of fun to see how different people experience their prayer and within their faith. And so I'd love for you guys to leave that in the comments down below. Tap that thumbs up. Check out Chapter, also in the links description down below. If you missed this, go check out this video right next. Click this next. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.